YouTube. Beautiful sunny morning here in the UK. Just got back off my holidays, put on £6, and dear oh dear, got to get that sorted out. Just a couple of things I wanted to talk to you about this morning. Excuse me. First thing, Aldi, UK supermarket. I'm sure many of you know it. You know the jokes about going in for a pint of milk and coming out with a chainsaw, that kind of thing. Well, they've excelled themselves this time, and they are selling a 3D printer. Now, it's not actually being done in the shops, it is only being sold online, but from what I can see, it looks quite good. It's not, hang on, it's the end of the world going on outside. No, that's just the family marching about. It's not a new machine, it's not one you won't have seen before. I'll just show you the web page, just bear with me. Right, there we go. As you can see, they're classing it as a Balco 3D printer, and it's £299.99p with free standard UK delivery. As you can see, it's an all metal frame, pressed metal frame. Looks nice and clean, tidy, looks well put together. It's got an LCD touchscreen. As you can see from here, the actual overall size is 400 by 410 by 400. It will print ABS, PLA, allegedly it'll print ABS. I'll just pull that back. It's the supportive print materials, PLA, ABS, PVA, HIPS, PLA wood, PLA flex, conductive. Now, you know as well as I do, printing ABS might be interesting. We'll wait and see. I mean, it's got a heated bed. Like I say, it's got an LED touch screen. The power supply is all built into the bottom of the machine, so it's all in the bottom here. So there's nothing loose dangling about. Now, the people here who have been 3D printing for a while will maybe recognize this, and you might see that tab that I've got open. Yeah, Wanhao Duplicator i3 Plus. Now, the Wanhao Duplicator i3, and then they did an i3 Mark II, and then they did an i3 Plus, so it's the third design that they've done. But to me, this is it's the same machine. It's literally just rebadged. I can't see any difference to it at all. I've looked at everything online about it, and as far as I can see, that's what this is. So, wow, you say, so little are selling 3D printers. So what? You know, we can get an A8 from Banggood for 100 quid. But just take a step back from our position and look at yourselves as somebody coming completely new to 3D printing. And let's take out the 5 or 6 hours of hassle we had putting that A8 together. You've got a machine here that you order today, it's dispatched the 23rd of November, and it comes to your door in a big fat box, and there's 2 bits to put together. You get the bottom section with the print bed and everything already installed, and then you get the top frame, that section there. And all you've got to do is to bolt one to the other. Now, because this is a pressed steel construction, it's going to be a lot firmer. There's going to be no twisting of the frame, no hassles like that. It's going to be really straightforward. It's going to be a simple build. And with the amount of different designs that Wanhao have done up to this point, pretty much hoping that things are going to be sorted out. Things are going to be a fairly straightforward plug and play. Now, it's got a SD card slot, which is a full-size SD card slot, I believe, rather than being a fiddly little middly micro one. It's also got a USB port in it, so you can connect it straight to your printer. But more importantly, you can put a Raspberry Pi on it, Pi 0, Pi 3, whatever you want, and you can use Octopi, and you can print with it that way. So it's up to date. It's not the it's not the best machine out there, but it's modernish technology is what I'm trying to say to you. Tea, nothing else. And I thought to myself, well, what is it a good idea? And I thought, well, yeah, actually, it's a brilliant idea, because for all those people out there that don't want to wait 2 weeks for something to come from abroad, get it there, and just find they've got 5,000 pieces in a box on the floor in front of them, and they've got to build it. And then something goes wrong with it, and how do they get hold of Banggood? How do you get hold of ANET? You know, what's their support like? The thing with this is you order it, the box turns up, you build it, you print with it. If you have a problem with it or you don't like it, you put it back in the box and you send it back. You don't just have to send it back. You can take it back into the shop and say, this doesn't do what I expected it to do. This isn't for me, or this doesn't work. So I want my money back. And it's back. You know, that kind of support you cannot get from buying online. You know, it just doesn't happen. So I'm thinking Christmas, a gift, not for one person, maybe for the whole family. Can you imagine everybody sat around on Christmas morning printing benches out? How much fun would that be? Yeah, maybe not in our household, but you get my point. I mean, it's a simple kit. It's a touch screen. So you've got no fiddly dialy wheel to press and fiddle about with. And, you know, it's simple. It's intuitive. It helps you through the processes. I just think that Aldi have hit on something here that other mainstream distributors in the UK, supermarkets, have missed. You know, this is a great thing, is 3D printing. And it's, you know, I mean, we get hours of fun out of it, don't we? But it's, you know, it's something that really more people should be able to get into, and this is an easy way of doing it. All right, it's not the cheapest, it's not the best, but as an entry level model with the support you will get from Aldi and the trusted design from Wanhao that we know works, because like I said, it's the third or fourth design that they've done for this Prusa style printer. You know, I just think it's brilliant. I think it's really good. Now, I've reached out to Aldi. I've had a couple of conversations with them about getting a machine so we can have a look at it. We can unbox it. We can get it set up. We can do some printing with it and just, you know, see how simple it is. I'm still talking to them. I'm waiting for a message back from them, which I should get in the next day or so. And hopefully, you know, we'll go forward from there. But I've reached out. I've done the best I can do. We'll just see where we get to from there. But I do believe, you know, it's a brilliant thing, certainly for the UK, that these things are out there. Now, the only thing that slightly lets me down is that I've looked all over the website and there is no sign of there being any more filament available. So you'll have to go to, you know, your standard eBay or Amazon or whatever to buy some more filament. Now, just looking at the stuff on there, it's all G-code run. It uses Cura as software, which you actually get a copy of it with it. I mean, whether it's specially set up for this machine or whether it's just standard Cura, I don't know. Haven't got it. Can't tell you. Hopefully, I'll be able to tell you shortly. So it's got the steel frame. It's got the heated bed. The heated bed, they say 30 degrees to 110 degrees. So that's some fairly good adhesion there. That should help people who have issues with things not sticking to the bed. The extruded temperature is 170 to 260 degrees, so again, a good heat range. So hopefully some of those materials that have been going on about us being able to print, maybe we actually can. Now, I haven't looked into the Wanhao particularly because I didn't want to look too in depth into the i3 Plus and then find that this machine is different. I don't think it is. I honestly think it is just rebadged. But I was having a look around it. I was having a look at the more detailed photographs that I found on this site. I mean, this is actually a German site. This is 3D Ninja, who actually gave it a very good review. But just there was a couple of things that I thought it was worth pointing out that we can see better on these pictures. You can see there's a power switch at the back, and you've got your power supply at the back. You can see it's twin stepper motors, so that's good for the gantry going up and down nicely. The thing that I'm slightly concerned about, print head, fans on it, looks fine. The belts look fine and level. I know they had an earlier issue with it actually rubbing on the support frame, but they've dealt with that in this latest design. But the thing that worries me is this. As you can see, this is a single ribbon cable. Now, in some ways, that's brilliant because that means you're not dealing with lots of cables all over the place like we were with the ANET and other i3 machines, i3 copies, whatever you wish to call them, rip-wrap printers. The cabling is incredibly neat, but that looks to me to be awfully thin cable if you are going to be putting, you know, that kind of wattage, ampage, whatever it is, through down into that print head. So I'm kind of hoping those cables are either doubled up or tripled up for the one that actually goes to the print head, because otherwise I can see there being some heat issues there, trying to get all that power down through those thin cables. I'm sure they've thought about it. I'm sure it's me just going over the top, but you know, it is a little bit of a concern. But apart from that, you know, it's nicely laid out. Look at the way the cables are done there. It's so neat and tidy. Nice leveling knobs. As you can see, they're not the wing nuts as they were on the earlier models. They're nice, got a nice grip to them. They should be better for setting up those, you know, those fractions of a millimeter turn that you have to do. Something else I noticed, there's a touch screen control, step-by-step wizard guide to step you through it. Something, I'm just going to see if I can find it. There was something, new leveling wizard, that steps you through the leveling of the bed. Now that sounds interesting. Obviously it's not auto leveling. It's not using a sensor. It will be purely manual. I would imagine it will just plot, you know, 9 or 12 points on the bed, and it will lower down, and you will just alter the knob on the bottom until you've got your grip with your piece of paper or your feeler gauge, or whatever it is you use. But to have that there, again, for a beginner is a fantastic thing. You know, I know people have written G codes to do it on CR10s. I know there's a G code out there that does, I think that's 3/6. I think that's 9 points that does. And all that does is it lifts you up, moves you over, sets you to what should be touching bed, and then you just put your paper in and move it backwards and forwards. So I know they've been out there for other machines, but to actually have one built in, I think is a fantastic idea. I think this is a fantastic product to go at the market for UK people, and I think hopefully a lot of families are going to get into this because it is fun. Well, I find it fun, and I'm sure you do too. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video, would you? If you are still watching. Anyway, that's about it for today. Not a lot else to talk about, really. Not a lot else is going on. I try to keep up with, you know, the latest and greatest in the market, but I'm a very small fish in a very big pond. So I can't be on the cutting edge all the time. I don't get all the latest stuff because I just don't have the money. But you know, I do my best. I try and be happy and smiling. Busy week next week at work, so whether I'll get time to put anything out or not, I don't know. If I hear anything from Aldi, I'll let you know straight away. If you follow me on Twitter, which I know not many of you do, but some of you do, any information I get, I'll tweet out straight away. That's how I found out about something else, which I'm going to speak about now, that I put on Twitter, but a lot of you won't know about. I'm just going to click on my email here and show you something. Matterhackers. On Friday, just gone, suddenly pinged up on my Twitter from Joe 3D Printing Nerd that Matterhackers were having a Blue Friday sale. And I thought, well, I'll go and have a look. And then I looked at what he'd ordered. Olsen Ruby nozzle, 1.75 by 0.4 mil. I have to show you what I paid for it. Hang on, just let me do this. So you can all see that. That is also with half a kilo of Nylonex carbon fibre filament. What I've bought carbon fibre filament for, I have no idea. Look at that though. That's delivered. You can all do the math. You can math turned into American. You can all do the maths. It's English. You can all do that. You know what that's going to cost me. Now I may get stung. I will get stuck with import tax, but it's whether I get stung with import duty. I'm kind of hoping I'm just below the threshold. Yeah. Cold tea. Just below the threshold for playing that. But I did mention it while I was on Twitter, and the guys from Matterhackers were on Twitter as well and picked up on what I'd said. And one of the guys there basically turned around and said, yeah, we appreciate you buying from us, appreciate you've got to pay, you know, $23, I think it was, for shipping. Well, it was $20, 20 cents plus tax. So I think it worked out about $23 for shipping. He says, I'll stick you a couple of extra things in the box as a thank you for buying from us. And I thought that was really good. I haven't been on the website since, so I don't know whether any of these deals are still on. But I've bought that with my Prusa i3 Mark III in mind. So when that turns up, stick that nozzle on and start printing in some carbon fibre. Now, what I'm going to print, I've no idea. I didn't think about that, did I? I thought, that looks cheap, that looks interesting, I'll buy it. So if anybody's got any ideas of what I could print with it, what I should print with it, what I could try, whether I should stick it on my CR10 before my Prusa turns up and try it on that first and then whip it off and stick it on the Prusa when it turns up, or whether I should just keep it and hang on to it and covet it and smile and stare at it until the Prusa finally arrives. It's going to come before Christmas, please. We'll have to wait and see. But your ideas and thoughts on that would be appreciated. Of course, when I get it, I'll do a quick video, just quickly unbox it and show you it and show you the shiny ruby end. And have you a quick talk through what else is in the box. Have a quick look at the carbon fibre filament when that turns up as well. No idea when it's coming. It's not shipped yet. Give them 2 or 3 days to get all these massive amount of sales they would have had on Friday sorted out, and then we'll see where we are. Nothing else really I want. Of course, along with everybody else, I'm glued to my phone to see what turns up on Black Friday. You know, what are they going to talk me into buying that I don't really want or don't really need and certainly can't afford. But we'll wait and see. But I'm going to leave this video here. Like I say, I'm going to wait for Aldi to get back to me about this wonderful idea I think they've had of bringing 3D printers to the UK market. I'm going to wait for me Olsen Ruby nozzle to turn up, and then I'll do a quick unboxing for that. And like I say, anything else that happens in the meantime, follow me on Twitter. I'll do my best to post anything interesting that I hear about or share anything interesting that I hear about on Twitter, so you'll be the first to know. Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for liking my videos. Thank you to the 61 subscribers that I've got now, which amazes me that there are 61 people out there that are actually interested in what I've got to say. I never thought there were 61 people in the world that would be that interested in what I've got to say. But thanks anyway. I keep trying to make things a bit better, keep trying to mix things up for you. Let me know in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Please leave a like if you feel like it. If you haven't enjoyed the video and you want to leave me a thumbs down, I don't mind. But please tell me why you don't like it. Tell me if I can improve it. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.